Located smack in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean, Easter Island is one of the most enigmatic places in the world. Even to this day, no one is sure how the first humans on the island managed to paddle at least 3,600 kilometers, the shortest distance from mainland South America. But the most mysterious feature of Easter Island is the nearly 1,000 monolithic statues that dot its surface. The Easter Island mystery is mainly due to its isolation. This made the Rapa Nui culture and history have not been completely unraveled and made the Easter Island myths and legends very relevant. They've been transmitted orally by the natives and collected by ancient visitants. But these myths, that try to explain past events, are usually adorned by the imagination of the teller or the listener. Therefore, the historical reconstruction based on them wanders between reality and fantasy. We still don't know how exactly the islanders moved the human head on torso statues, known as moai in the native language. Why the early Easter Islands undertook this colossal effort deep in their isolation is also a mystery. Unfortunately, the natives did not keep a written record and the oral history is scant. But recent research is starting to fit at least some of the pieces into this puzzle, providing clues as to the purpose and significance of these stone giants that have stirred the public's imagination for so long. The original colonizers of the island are thought to have voyaged 2,000 kilometers from southeastern Polynesia in open canoes, or as far as 3,600 kilometers from mainland Chile. The most recent archaeological evidence suggests colonization didn't occur until about 1200 Common Era. From that time until Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen first spied it on Easter Day 1722, hence the island's name, the people of Easter Island lived in absolute isolation from the outside world. No one from Easter Island sailed back to the mainland, nor did anyone from the mainland come to visit. Once these people arrived at the island, that was it. They were stuck there and had to work with the limited resources they had at their disposal, and it wasn't much. The volcanic material meant much of the soil was unusable for agriculture, but the natives did manage to grow yams, sweet potatoes, bottle gourds, sugarcane, taro, and bananas. Intriguingly, although the island is tiny, which at 164 square kilometers is slightly smaller than Washington, people were segregated into multiple clans that maintained their distinct cultures. Archaeological evidence shows stylistically distinct artifacts in communities only 500 meters apart, while DNA and isotope analyses of the natives' remains also showed that they didn't stray too far from their homes, despite the small population size. But what seems certain is that the Easter Island civilization was in decline well before Europeans first set foot on its shores. Easter Island used to be covered by palm trees for 30,000 years, as many as 16 million of them, some towering 30 meters high, but it is largely treeless today. Early settlers burned down woods to open spaces for farming and began to rapidly increase in population. Besides unsustainable deforestation, there is evidence that palm seed shells were gnawed on by rats, which would have badly impacted the tree's ability to reproduce. Once most of the trees were gone, the entire ecosystem rapidly deteriorated. The soil eroded, most birds vanished along with other plant life, there was no wood available to build canoes or dwellings, people started starving and the population crashed. Archaeologists have documented 887 of the massive statues, known as moai, but there may be as many as 1,000 of them on the island. These massive statues carved from volcanic rock usually weigh 80 tons and can reach 10 meters in height, though the average is around half that. The largest moai, dubbed El Gigante, weighs around 150 tons and towers at an impressive 20 meters, while the smallest only measures 1.13 meters. Each moai, carved in the form of an oversized male head on a torso, sits on a stone platform called a hu. More than 95% of the moai were carved in a quarry at the volcano Rano Ruraku. This quarry is rich in tough, compressed volcanic ash that is easy to carve with limited tools. The natives had no metal at all and only used stone tools called toki. From the quarry, the heavy statues were transported to the coast, often kilometers away. They likely employed wooden logs which they rolled to move the massive monoliths or used wooden sleds pulled by ropes. However, they managed to transport the statues, they did so very gently, without breaking the nose, lips, and other features. Accidents did sometimes happen though, since there are a few statues with broken heads and statues lying at the bottom of slopes. Many of the transported moai are found on Easter Island's southeast coast, positioned with their backs to the sea. The consensus among archaeologists is that they represent the spirits of the ancestors, chiefs, and other high-ranking males who made important contributions to Rapa Nui culture. However, the statues don't capture the defining features of individuals, as you'd see in Roman or Greek sculptures of, say, Caesar or Alexander the Great. Instead, they're all more or less standardized in design, representing a generic male head with exaggerated features. Since there were many culturally distinct tribes on the small island and there is a great deal of variation in terms of size for the statues, the moai could also serve to signal status to neighboring communities. Large statues are costly, meaning the biggest moai could be regarded as proof that a particular group of tribesmen is clever and hardworking. The culture of Easter Island and why the heads are there is something we may never fully understand, but with each archaeological trip, we are getting closer to uncovering the secrets of the Rapa Nui. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, share, subscribe and please tell your friends. Let's make this channel great again.